NBA Beijing office. Thank you so much for joining us today at the NBA Global Games Cisco Telepresence interview. We have major media outlets from Beijing in my office, and then we also have major newspapers and news portals from Shanghai in Shanghai office. Coach, would you like to give a quick opening remarks, and then we'll go into Q&A. Thank you.
Well, we're really excited as an organization, Houston Rockets, to come to China, Shanghai, then Beijing. It'll be my third trip. I came with USA Basketball for the Olympics for 3 weeks in Beijing, and also then with the Lakers, we did it a couple years ago. Had fun, good work with the team. It's a great cultural experience for the players, and I think they're looking forward to it. And we get to play New Orleans Pelicans, who I have a lot of friends, coaching staff. So it'll be a great 8 days.
Thank you. Sounds great. We'll start with Beijing office.
Hi, Coach. I'm here, Aaron with Sean Daly. Glad to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Actually, could you talk about the expectation for yourself and also for the Houston Rockets organization, coming back to China for a second time to play 2 preseason games? Basically, what do we expect to achieve on the floor and also off the floor?
Well, hopefully that the main thing is to have a good product and a good show for the people there in Shanghai and Beijing. We use it as training camp. We want to get better. We want to play some young guys to see if they will help us later on, who to keep on the team. We also want to improve as a team. And winning will be great. And it's not the main thing that we'd like to do, but it's important to us. It's important to play well and playing a lot of people. So there's a lot of agendas and a lot of things that I have to see the team get better at. But we'll spend those 8 days working on practices, but also enjoying the 2 cities. And hopefully we'll get a couple wins.
Thank you.
Coach, this is from MMA.com. I noticed that Demo still not resigned with the team. Is it close to be accomplished, and will he come to China next month?
Well, it's a good question, and the answer is I hope. I don't know. I hope he'll be with us. I would like to get him in here as soon as we can, but I don't know that. A little bit is up to Demo. We won't rush him. Once he comes back, he'll have to go through some medical tests and make sure he's in great physical shape to play. But knowing Monty Eunice, he's always in shape. He's always ready. So I'm hoping, yes, he will come to China, but I don't know that. And just hope the best for him and get him back in here as soon as we can.
Thank you, Coach.
Hi, Coach. This is from the Xinhua News Agency. We know that you are a famous coach for run and gun. So how do you balance the mobility and the height of the team when you coach the team? Thank you.
Well, we practice that way, and we want to get up and down. We do want to run. We want to play quick, but we don't want to hurry. We want to make sure we get the things done right, but at a quick pace. And there's a little bit difference. People think that a quick pace, you just run all the time. That's not the case. The ball moves. We got to have good ball movement. We have some great players. James Harden is arguably one of the best players in the league, without a doubt. And but there's a lot of underrated players: Patrick Beverly, Trevor Ariza. So we're excited about who we have. We just have to come together as a team and learn each other and add the new pieces. And hopefully you'll see a up-tempo, high-scoring, good defensive team.
Okay, well, we'll give a few questions to Shanghai office.
Hello, Mike.
Hey.
This is from Shanghai Basketball. My question is that in some days, our Shanghai Sharks basketball team will go to the Houston to play again with your team. Did you get some information in advance about this team?
No, not yet. It is the first exhibition game, and the biggest thing we want to do is make sure that we're ready. I'll do the same thing with New Orleans or Pelicans. We won't scout them. We worry about the Houston Rockets, and we use it as a exhibition, trying to get better, play against somebody else, not our own selves. So no disrespect. not scouting people, but we don't do that with the NBA teams also. It's definitely an exhibition game.
Thank you.
Hi, Coach. This is a question from NBA Hoop. We know many years ago you had a very good number shooting player, Steve Nash. You helped him to be the MVP. Now you have James Harden, another number shooting player. Do you have some big expectation on him? Maybe help him to be the MVP this season?
Well, we would love to, which means if he's the MVP, it means we're winning, which is the main thing. It means he's having a great year, and that's our goal, no doubt about it. And, Steve was a great point guard, and James has a lot of the same characteristics. But a little bit of it, to win the most valuable player, the other players have to be great. And that's our whole goal, just lift everybody up. James has his normal season, surprise a lot of people, and then he'll have a good chance.
Hello, Coach. Here from Jimmy News. We know that Yang Ming is a very famous Chinese Rocket before, and do you know about him? And do you chat with him about Shanghai, the city that you will be? And is there any plans that he will be the host to maybe have a dinner with you or invite you to be around the city?
No, for sure. Yeah, I think we'll hang around Yao a lot. He's means a lot to the Houston organization and Houston City and to the United States. He's a great ambassador for basketball. He's got a great personality. So yeah, I'm sure we'll have dinner. Hopefully he'll pay for it. And then, but he's a terrific ambassador for the sport. And congratulations to him on the Hall of Fame. That was a great honor. And, we expect to be around him a lot in Shanghai and Beijing. It's great.
Hey, Coach. This is from Nanxing Sports. When people are talking about you, the very first thing they mention is your offense. So the Phoenix Suns, your run-and-gun system. So what else do you want to bring to this Rockets?
Well, we know, I think every coach knows you have to play great defense to be able to win a championship. You have to be a great team. A great team plays great defense, great offense. I mean, it's no secret. Jeff Bizdalik, who's our defensive coordinator or coach or whatever you want to call him, he's doing a fabulous job of putting in on a defense that is easy, explainable, understandable, and the players are buying into it. And, at the end of the day, it's the players who have to have a lot of heart and soul on the defensive end. Offensively, will take care of itself. Most players like to play offense, and so it's a little bit easier to teach. But Jeff is doing a great job with Roy Rogers and the different coaches to implement a good defense. And at the end of the day, we just want to win. And you have to win on both sides. You can't win 0-0. You got to score, and you got to stop the other team. So it's a little bit of both.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Coach, this question is from Tencent Sports, and you mentioned before that you are going to let James Harden to play point guard in the new season. So will you let him to play some games to this position, or will you make him to turn to that position for all the season?
No, he'll start a lot there. I think it's a little, everybody wants to put a tag on or name on something, and it's not exactly like that. He'll be off the ball, and Pat Beverly will bring it up, or if Demo gets here, he'll bring it up, and we'll play a little bit like Golden State played, where Draymond Green was the point guard most of the time, or it was Bogut, or it was Steph Curry. So it's a little bit of basketball's changed. You don't have your point guard, your two guard, your three guard. We have 5 basketball players. We want to make sure that everybody has their role. They handle the ball. They can all shoot. They can all pass. And basketball's changed. You don't have the dominant center where you just throw the ball into the center. Everybody plays multiple positions. And James will do a lot of point guard. He'll be a lot off the ball. We're just trying to get him in positions where he is the most effective.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, we all know that James must be the biggest star in Rockets. And who do you think would be the second, or in strategy, who would play the second most important role in your team?
Well, that's hard to say. we'll see. And we know James is great. He's a great player. But, again, basketball is 5 guys, and there's actually 10 guys that all play on the court. And they all have a role, and they all have to be good. It's just the media and the ESPN says, oh, that guy's the star and that guy's they're all stars. They're all great players. And we'll see. It's just the way life is. Some guys will get the glory, and some guys have to do all the work. So Patrick Beverley is just as important to us as anybody. Ryan Anderson is going to be great. Eric Gordon is going to be great. So we got a lot of players, and I'm looking forward to working with them and get them to have their best years they've ever had.
Coach, Basketball News China. You expect James Harden to assist 12 or 13 times per game, but I think you never asked Kobe Bryant or Carmelo Anthony to do that. So could you talk about what's the difference among these 3 franchise players?
Well, Kobe's a great player also, obviously, and James, they have different characteristics. James will really pass the ball, and I think he'll average 12, 13 assists just by playing. Kobe does it in a different way, but he still averages 6, 7, 8 assists, if I'm not mistaken. And they just get it done a little bit differently. Everybody has their way of playing. Both of them are winners. Both of them play really well, so it's hard to. It's like an apple and an orange. Which one do you like? I mean, I like them both. So they're both good and great players.
Hi, Coach. Here's the question from Shanghai Oriental Sports Daily. Many role players played their best performance under your coach. So how can you always motivate their potential?
Well, I don't think I can't motivate them if they don't want to play or have the heart. They're grown men, and it's hard to motivate. We try to create a good atmosphere where it's fun. We try to create an atmosphere where everybody feels important, and then it's up to them to put the extra work in, to put the time in, and then hopefully as a coach, my job is to put them in a position where they feel comfortable and can be the best that they can be. And that's how I kind of look at it, and sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. There's some guys I made a mistake on or didn't do a great job of coaching, but if they trust the system and hang in there, most players will flourish and be really, really good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Coach, here's a question from Orient Morning Post. The Rockets has some new acquisitions this summer and also lost key players like Dwight Howard. Can you comment on the changes of the roster and which part do you think there could be more improvement?
Well, I think we improved our team in the sense of we added a lot of shooting. Ryan Anderson and Eric Gordon especially, 2 great shooters and good players. They've been hurt the other year, so they had a little bit down years. We're lucky to get them. So I think the shooting has gone way up, so we're going to be much better shooters. With having James Harden on the team, that's a crucial key element. Adding Nene will help the center. Nene, when he is healthy, is one of the top 5 centers in the league. So he will be a great benefactor or a great benefit to Clint Capella, who we think has a possibility to be very good in this league. Real young. He'll have some ups and downs, some good games, bad games. But we think at the end of the season, Clint is going to be really good. So our center position I'm excited about it. I think 2 players that can really play. So you add the shooting, you add the strength underneath the boards. I think we're a better team.
Thank you.
Hi, Coach. I have a question about your outlook. We saw your Sheffield mustache now. You have a nickname, the mustache in Italy, and then now you have another player, his nickname is the beard. So would you talk with James with something on outlook?
Well, first of all, I couldn't compete with James, so I decided I was looking wimpy, and I decided I might as well shave. But yeah, James looks good in it, and I'm trying to get younger. He's trying to get older, so we're good.
This summer, Rockets picked Zhou Qi, a young, talented Chinese center. So what do you say about him?
You know what, Zhou Qi, I love him. I think he can be a very good player. I didn't know him Never seen him. He walks in the gym real skinny. So I'm thinking, I don't know. This is going to be a while. And but then he started playing. He's smart. He knows how to play. He can shoot. I think he can play, definitely. And I'm excited to get him in. And I think he's going to play another year in China, which will be good. Put some weight on, try to get some muscle. And I think he can help the Rockets, without a doubt.
Thank you.
Coach, this is from Mimi.com. We have a deep impression about the offense, the science that he coached. And what's the difference between the offense about the science you coached and the Warriors last year? And can you copy that to these Rockets?
Yeah, the difference is the players. Everybody has characteristics, and they didn't have Steve Nash, but they had Steph Curry. They didn't have Raja Bell, they had Klay Thompson. So you play a little different, but the concepts are the same. Both teams want to shoot a lot of threes, open the floor as much as you can, move the ball. San Antonio plays the same way. San Antonio, even Cleveland, a little bit more one-on-one Cleveland because they have one-on-one players. A little bit more movement for Golden State. We're going to be a little hybrid. We have James Harden, who's one of the best one-on-one players in the world, so we'll do that some. But again, we're going to keep the floor open. The ball's going to move. We're going to go at a quick pace. And then the players will dictate what type of style it is. And again, we're just very fortunate to have great shooters and players that know how to play. When you have that, you can be a good team.
Coach, in your opinion, which team will be the favorite for the championship next season?
Well, I think us. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, Golden State on paper is the best. You have a great team. You had Kevin Durant, so you have to say Golden State on paper, and Cleveland, who is the defending champion. After that, we'll see. We're going to try to surprise some people. It's a long season. A lot of things can happen, but we have, I know, a bunch of great players, so why not?
So, Coach, what's your expectation to the Rockets in the upcoming new season?
To surprise people, to be better, to put fear in those teams on paper that are best. And then we'll see. I don't want to say that we're going to be better than Golden State. I don't know. We're going to be a very good basketball team.
Hi, Coach. We know that you find Jeremy Lin in New York. So before some days, Rockets trade for Tyler Ennis. So what's your opinion on him?
I think he has a chance. I think that coming out of college, he was a little puffy. His body wasn't quite right. He was a little slow. But now he's slimmed down. He got a lot of muscle. I think Tyler has a chance. He has a chance to be a good point guard. He's still young, and I'm looking forward to working with him and seeing how good he can get. But I'm excited.
Yeah,
we'll have time for the last two questions, please. Go ahead.
Hi, Coach. I noticed that you are always coach the most popular team. For example, the Suns, the Lakers, the Knicks, now the Rockets. Rockets are popular in China, so will you feel stressed before you know you can have this job?
Nah, I don't get stressed. I'm too old to get stressed. I was playing golf. I was feeling good. I'm excited. I'm excited about the Rockets. I'm excited about coaching good players that want to play up and down, want to shoot threes. The whole organization wants to play the way that I envision and how I want to coach. So there's no obstacles to overcome. I don't have to go convince a star player, here's how we have to play. I don't have to convince management, here's how we have to play. So yeah, this is going to be fun. I can just coach and try to do the best job I can do. So no, there's no stress. This is fun. This is why I coach, is to enjoy it. I love what I do, and I love coming to China. And if you got another couple of questions, I've got to go pack. I have a hard time packing, so I've got to get my clothes ready for you guys.
Coach, I got a question here in Beijing. China Daily again. Coming back to talking on James Harden, people been talking about, and some of people been questioning about James' caliber as a top leader. Of course, he's a great player on the court, but as a focal, leader in the locker room, so a lot of stuff in off the court, people been questioning his leadership. So, do you expect that part of him, to be better, to improve in the coming season?
Well, first of all I've seen, and since I've been here, he has an unbelievable will to win. He's done everything right. He's got the players together in the summertime. So on the leadership that I've seen has been great. Not good, but great. 2 years ago, not last year, but 2 years ago, they take a team that people didn't think were very good all the way to the conference final. So obviously he led the team well. Last year there was some issues in the sense of a little chemistry and stuff happens. And it was a year that wasn't good for anybody. I think people learned from it. And he's come back where he's doing everything and more than what he needs to do. So he's totally in. He wants to win, and he'll do anything it takes to win.
Okay, we'll have the last question from Basketball News.
Coach Amar Stoudemire got retired from NBA with no championships, but really strong and deep impression on everyone. So how do you evaluate his NBA career?
Terrific, unbelievable, NBA, Hall of Fame type player. Amari came from high school. He made himself a player. He went through injuries. I mean, he's had everything wrong. A couple microfracture surgeries, detached retina, he's broken things, and he's always bounced back. He's been a leader on and off the court. He's made himself into really a good person. And in basketball, hey, he was great. He got sidelined with injuries a little bit, and that happens. But you got to take your hat off to him. It's just a great, great career.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much, Coach, for your time to speak with us. We'll see you in 2 weeks in Shanghai.
Yeah, we'll see you in about a week. 1 week.
Oh, that's right.
We'll see you next week. All right. See you guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you. All right.